Hey guys, so this is the last week of Drawlloween, and I hope you've all enjoyed the artwork that's come from it. I know I've enjoyed creating it, even though some of it was very challenging, we'll say that. But this was my first year putting out videos like this. If y'all liked it, let me know. If y'all didn't, also let me know. I appreciate the feedback. That way I know if I should do this next year or not. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy this last video for Drawlloween and the urban legends that I have picked out. And we will continue on from here doing more projects and other things. If there's anything y'all want to see or interested in, let me know and I'll see what I can come up with. Thank you all for the support and have a wonderful day. Bye. Baby Blue. Blue Baby Blue is an urban legend about a strange game that kids play in the bathroom. If you perform the ritual, they say an evil, ghostly infant will appear in your arms. This urban legend is related to the myth of Bloody Mary. To play Blue Baby Blue, you have to go into the bathroom on your own, turn off the lights, and lock the door. Then you stare into the mirror, hold out your arms like you are rocking a baby, and repeat the words, Baby Blue, Blue Baby, 13 times without making a mistake. If you do it right, you will suddenly feel the weight of an invisible baby in your arms. The baby will get heavier and heavier as it grows larger and larger. You will feel it scratching your arms. Before it gets too heavy, you have to quickly take the invisible baby, flush it down the toilet, and run out of the bathroom. If you don't do it fast enough, a hideous woman will appear in the mirror. She will yell, "Give me back my baby," and scream loud enough to break glass. If you are still holding the baby, she will kill you. Some people believe the woman is Bloody Mary, and she murdered her own child when she shattered a mirror and used a piece of broken glass to stab him to death. According to the urban legend, a group of girls found out about the Blue Baby story and decided to try it out. They didn't believe it would work, so they sent their friend Laura into the bathroom on her own. She turned the lights off and closed the door behind her. Laura put out her arms and started chanting the phrase, "Blue Baby, Baby Blue." All of a sudden, a baby appeared in her arms and began scratching her. Laura was scared out of her wits and had no idea what to do. She wanted to drop it and run, but she was afraid of what might happen. She just stood there holding the invisible baby as it grew heavier and heavier. Suddenly, she caught sight of something horrible in the bathroom mirror and screamed in terror. When Laura's friends heard her screaming, they tried to open the bathroom door, but it was locked. Finally, they managed to run to a friend's house and get help. When they broke the door open, they found Laura lying dead on the bathroom floor. Her eyes had been scratched out. They couldn't move her body because something large and invisible was pinning her to the ground. Hello Kitty. The real story of Hello Kitty is a scary urban legend about the origin of the popular Japanese cartoon character. They say that Hello Kitty is demonic and was originally a product of devil worship and a satanic pact. According to the legend, Hello Kitty was created back in the 1970s by a Chinese woman. Apparently, her 14-year-old daughter was diagnosed with cancer of the mouth. The doctors told the mother that her child was terminally ill and there was nothing they could do for her. The mother refused to give up hope and visited every church in the city to pray for her daughter. When that didn't work, she came to the end of her rope. The desperate mother became involved with satanic rituals and devil worship. They say that in order to save her daughter's life, she made a pact with the devil himself. For curing her daughter's cancer, the devil demanded only one thing in return. She would have to create a cartoon character that would appeal to children all over the world. The devil wanted to use the popularity of this cartoon character to trick people into worshiping Satan. When her daughter recovered from her cancer, the mother kept her promise to the devil. She created Hello Kitty. As the story goes, Hello Kitty was designed with no mouth because the daughter had cancer of the mouth. Hello Kitty's pointed ears represented the devil's horns, and the word kitty means demon in Chinese. So Hello Kitty really means Hello Demon. They say that anyone who buys Hello Kitty merchandise is welcoming the devil into their hearts. Satanists all over the world use Hello Kitty as a secret symbol, and many of them actually tattoo the image on their skin. Devil worshippers refer to Hello Kitty as the daughter of the devil. Of course, this is all just an urban myth. Hello Kitty was actually created by a Japanese company named Sanrio that specializes in designing and branding cartoon characters. Hello Kitty was originally designed to be a decoration on a purse. Also, Hello Kitty does not mean demon in Chinese. The designers created Hello Kitty without a mouth because they wanted to make their emotions ambiguous. The blank expression means that you can project your own emotions onto the cartoon. If you are sad, then Hello Kitty looks sad. If you are happy, then Hello Kitty looks happy. Hello Kitty will seem to feel whatever emotion you are feeling. So the truth is that Hello Kitty is not associated with satanic rituals or devil worship at all. However, in 1999, a brutal murder took place in Hong Kong. It later became known as the Hello Kitty murder. 3 men kidnapped a young woman and kept her captive in their apartment for a month. They tortured her and then murdered her. It was known as the Hello Kitty murder because the killers cut off the victim's head and hid it inside of a Hello Kitty doll. Now that's a true story. Smith sisters murdered anonymously. The Smith sisters is a scary urban legend about 2 girls who were murdered anonymously while they slept in their bedroom. There was a boy named John Smith who lived in Plainfield, Wisconsin. He was very fond of scary emails and pop-ups. Every day he would find new ones and then send them to everyone he knew. He even started making some himself and sending them to strangers. He loved to scare people on the internet. One day in November 2007, he opened up his inbox and found a message that appeared to be from 2 young girls. They called themselves the Smith sisters and told him they were his older sisters, which confused him because he was an only child. They also said that years ago they had lived in his house. He replied saying he didn't have any sisters and told them to get lost and leave him alone. The next day he received a chilling message with some photos and attachments. The first photo was of the 2 young girls. The caption on it said, "Smith's sisters murdered anonymously." In the email, the girls said that they were indeed his older sisters. They told him that in 1993, they had lived in his house. His bedroom had once been their bedroom. They told him all about growing up and about their lives and how happy they had been until one horrible night. He opened up the other attachment. It was a scan of an old newspaper article. In 1993, 2 sisters were brutally murdered in the small town community of Plainfield, Wisconsin. Lisa Smith, 19, and her sister Sarah Smith, 15, were attacked in their parents' home on the night of November 17th around 1:30 a.m. The Smith sisters were lying in bed when a crazed killer broke into the house. No one heard them scream. In the morning, their parents found the dead bodies of the Smith sisters hidden in the bedroom closet. They had been skinned alive. The killer was long gone, and no trace of him could be found. They had been murdered anonymously. Police conducted an extensive investigation, but to no avail. The motives for the attack were never discovered, nor was the attacker ever found. The only lead authorities had was a series of strange emails found on Lisa's computer. The case was closed in October of 2000. In the rest of the email, the sisters said that they were angry that the case was closed and people forgot about them. They were angry that their parents wanted to forget about them too. They were angry that their parents decided to start over and had a new baby, a little boy named John. They were angry that their parents had never mentioned their daughters or their tragic murder to their new son, John. John Smith sent an angry reply saying he didn't believe what they were saying. He didn't believe the Smith sisters were really related to him, and he didn't believe the newspaper article was real. He told them to go to hell. 5 minutes later, he got another email from them. It said, "If you don't believe us, look in the bedroom closet." That was the last email that was found on John's computer. Police were unable to trace who had sent the messages to him. On the floor in the closet, the police found a faint message carved in the wood. It simply read, "Lisa and Sarah, 1993. Underneath that was another carving that read, "John, 2007. No one knows what John did next, but in the morning, John's parents woke up to find their son missing. Then they checked his bedroom closet and got the shock of their lives. There they found the dead body of their son. He had been skinned alive. No one knows what really happened that night. Police were only able to piece together parts of the story based on what they found on John's computer. The parents were devastated. How could this happen to a family? First their daughters were murdered. Now, years later, their son is murdered. It seemed too weird to just be coincidence. 2 sisters are murdered, and then years later, their brother is murdered in exactly the same way, in exactly the same place. And the only evidence left behind is a few scary emails. Makes you wonder.